Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Tech Insight with Arun. In today's video, we'll dive into the world of AI agents. AI agents are talk of the town as it becomes more integral part of our lives. It's evolving from simply responding to our commands to understanding and acting autonomously. So let's unpack what AI agents are, how they work, and why they might be a game changer in our life. So let's discuss what is an AI agent. Technically, an AI agent is a piece of software designed to perform the task autonomously. Unlike traditional softwares, those were working based on the strict rules. AI agent use technologies like large language models such as GPT from the OpenAI, Cloud A from the Anthropic, or Gemini from the Google. Now, how AI agents differ from traditional software? So imagine like we have a digital assistant and we can give orders to him and he will respond accordingly. So let's say we can ask him to schedule a meeting with some person in the next month. Then definitely this task can be achieved using the traditional software. So he will follow the list of instructions that we have preset for him, and he will book the appointment for us. So this same task AI agents will execute with a different approach. So here, once we give this command or order to AI agent to schedule a meeting with some let's say XYZ person in the next month, so AI agent will first take this request, understand the context of this request, what are the tasks we need to perform to achieve the goal. So basically, it will break down this entire request into a smaller task, and then he will act on each task individually, and then collect the responses from each task and form a final response for us. So in this case, the first step he could do is check the availability of the calendar. Then second step, he could check the availability of calendar for the other person. Then third step could be okay, decide the amount of time we need to book for this discussion. Then likewise fourth step and so on. So in this way they act more autonomously and can understand objective rather than just following the set of instructions. AI agents versus large language models. So AI agents are different to LLMs, that is large language models. AI agent use models like GPT for understanding and generating language. Agents can do much more. In the traditional language models, we see it predict the responses based on the data and the data they were trained on. And this data is a static data. For example, if we ask a query like, okay, what is the closing price for, let's say, Apple share? So LLM models may not be able to respond with the accurate yesterday's closing price. Instead, it will give the latest available close price for the Apple with it or the respective share. Some language models have been integrating web search into their applications. So we see a GPT-4 now have ability to access the internet with Bing. It's being partnered with Microsoft and they were using their Bing search. But this is not actually part of the language model. So this is something they have programmed on top of it, which is a step toward agentic behavior. How do AI agents work? AI agents are essentially sophisticated problem solving machines that can plan, execute, and learn from their actions. They are made up of several components, particularly, they have the ability to plan, they have the ability to interact with the tools, they have the ability to have memory and store the knowledge, and then lastly, they have ability to execute the actions. So let's take a look at each one. So planning. Everything starts with a goal when it's researching a market trend or perhaps drafting an email. Much like the chain of thought approach in prompt engineering. This means that agents not only knows what to do but also how to approach its task for optimal results. Ultimately, it takes the human training and predefined triggers for the certain processes. Then interacting with tools. Unlike basic language models, AI agents can interact with variety of tools. This is part of their interaction with the external world. They can browse the internet, access the database, and even they can use the APIs to gather information or perform the task. This integration allows them to extend their capabilities far beyond just being a static data set. Then, memory and external knowledge. Agents can also be equipped with specific and specialist knowledge. For example, for any company's data and market research that is not publicly available, so AI agent uses a technique like retrieval augmented generation, which is integrating external resources and leveraging the ability to go and capture this information and then bring it into the language model's response. For example, any company's website or any customer support page, if someone is asking a related question, so these models, instead of trying to answer specific to a question, it is trying to use retrieval augmented generation to search the database of possible questions and form the collective answer, integrate that answer with the LLM response to have more up to date and accurate response. Then lastly, executing the actions. AI agents can execute action, so they can write report or make emails and even manage other software applications. We are also entering in a world where agents can start communicating with each other, like one agent can communicate with other agents, and for this specific communication we can train both of them on certain data, and this is exactly called as autonomous execution. Now to conclude that AI agents are different from LLMs. They can plan, they can interact with tools, store memory, and access other knowledge, and also execute the action on your behalf. If there is anything else you would like to know, just drop a message in comments. With that, thank you very much. If you haven't already, please subscribe and like this video. Thanks everyone.